All right, we're here in San Francisco, and we're at the Palazzo of Pierre Merkl. Hi, Pierre. So you're going to show us your studio?
Right this way.
Okay.
Ms. Lake.
All right, so we're here in the studio. This is where you do all your work?
Yeah, most of my work. I also have an alternate studio on the other side that I recently constructed for when the paint starts smelling a lot. When I'm running a lot of paint.
Right.
Paint over there, so I go back and forth.
So what I'm seeing here on the walls is, well, you're working in all kinds of mediums, right?
Just watercolor and oil.
Watercolor and oil. Wow. Okay, so why don't you just start off by telling us a little bit about the painting that's here on the easel.
This painting is called The Comment. And someone's making a comment. It might be one of the characters in this painting, or it might be someone off to the side, or it might be the spectator herself. And different people have different reactions to comment, as we all know. And some of the reactions can be quite different. So,
are you using live models for all of this? Like, tell me just a little bit about how you, who are these people in real life?
Well, they're actually real people that don't exist.
Okay.
They're imagination-based people, and part of my painting explores painting that comes from the imagination, as opposed to painting that's photo-based. It's not photo-based and it's not model-based. It's imagination-based people, and they develop their characters and personalities as the paintings progress. As the paintings progress.
But okay, when I met you years ago, you were doing lots of. Aren't you someone though who's gone to take figure drawing classes and painting the model, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I also do portraits, and I do quick portraits. Here, I can show you a couple of those. I do these portraits in like 3 hours of painting time.
What?
It's just a martini.
Oh, okay. A martini glass. All right. Okay, so this portrait here, this is somebody you know.
It's a model that sat.
All
this is somebody who I know.
All right, there's someone that you know.
And let's see, here's another one over here. So these are like
nice.
To keep the chops up, I do with these quick 3-hour oil portraits.
That's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got this technique down to do that. So yeah, certainly those skills I bring into doing imagination-based people. But there was a big controversy actually in the Renaissance about doing paintings from the imagination and doing paintings from models.
Okay.
For instance, Nicolas Poussin's famous statement said Caravaggio destroyed painting.
All right. So we were talking about Caravaggio. What was the controversy?
Well, Nicolas Poussin said that Caravaggio destroyed painting because he painted from models rather than just making up the people from his own imagination. So some of that territory is being explored here, along with other Renaissance painting techniques, playing different games with cool and light underpaintings, bouncing light in different directions rather than having all the light come from one source. There's a lot of different things. It's exploring pictorial conventions and tropes and coming out with something new. So that's what I'm exploring. That's what I'm doing, and I don't understand why a lot of painters are trying to paint things just like a photograph.
Okay.
I just assume.
Not interesting to you?
Yeah, I know it was an issue, media-wise, certainly in the '60s and through some of the things that Richter explored in the '80s with the Prisoners series, and it meant something at that time. But now I don't see any power in doing that. I'm going my way.
You're going your way. Right. I guess one question I have is, do you ever show these? I mean, I know you show the big oil paintings, but are you showing these sketches as well?
Occasionally, you know. I mean,
like
they have to be put into frames too, so you know, that's always an issue cost-wise. But
right.
But yeah, they are works of art in their own right. And sometimes I take them into the big oils, and sometimes, you know, they stay the way they are. Plus, they're a lot more fun, and I can move quickly with them.
That's right.
Whereas these oil paintings take a long time to do.
Take a long time, like, well, okay, for instance, this one that we were looking at over here. How long is something?
Well, I work on sometimes 3, sometimes 4 at the same time.
Okay.
And so I did. It took me like 2 years to do a dozen of them, something like that.
Can I ask you a little bit about self-portraiture? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I see one in the back here. No? Self-portrait?
Yes.
Okay. It's really nice. And I know in your catalog, you've got a new catalog, and I believe the back page, there's like 2 or 3 self-portraits that are there. Yeah, so I remember seeing these in your catalog. Just tell us a little bit about your self-image and what it means to you and why you're doing it.
Well, it's something that's fun to do that you can just do in the studio sometimes.
Right.
Some of them purge some of the old artistic demons. I have one where I'm. It's almost like the Dorian Gray,
okay.
The artist.
Okay. Okay. You can kind of fix things, mend things, change things.
Yeah, you know, let them speak for themselves.
All right, all right, okay, all right. This is another one down here. I know it's covered, but you know, it actually is coming out. Whoa, here's another.
That's another one.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So now, can you take us? Can you show us your car? Can we go out into that part of the studio?
Sure.
Is that cool?
Let's go.
All right. Okay. The New Yorker.
My rolling sculpture.
Your rolling sculpture.
Picasso, little Miro, designed by Virgil Exton.
Oh, okay. All right.
Was one of the original innovators of the tail fin. In fact, he didn't want to give up the tail fin, and so they fired him. And in 1962, they chopped the tail fins off, and they said, "Virgil, how do you like the '62 Chryslers?" He said, "It looks like a plucked chicken."
Looks like a plucked chicken.
So This is the last car with the big fins.
This is the car with the fins. Yeah. All right. So, well, tell me, what does... Oh, okay, right. Well, I love these monochromes you got up here.
It's called Visitors to the World's Fair. A series I did. My foray into some conceptual painting. They said that, correctly say, reductivist color abstraction doesn't have any, expressionistic or sometimes emotional content. But
not true at all.
I just slapped the two together.
That's right.
Humanistic content. I put them two together. Oh, there you go.
There you go. All right. What about this? This is kind of a Goodfellas thing. What is this?
It's called Mob Guys Cracking Up.
Okay.
It's some characters that are all laughing and joking, and maybe they're laughing at us.
Maybe they're laughing at us.
And maybe you might not like that. What happens as a result or following this laughter? Maybe you made the joke. So basically, these paintings involve the spectator.
Okay.
And they're interactive.
They're interactive. That's right, because they are all kind of egging you on now that I look at them.
Yes, there's some confrontation in some of mine. Some of them, only 1 or 2 of the people in the painting are looking out, involving the spectator. It goes back to Dutch group portraiture.
Okay.
And some of the theories of Alois Riegel, 19th century German art philosopher, who discussed paintings in which they involve the spectator and paintings with an internal composition with a dominant figure, like a lot of Renaissance paintings are. And his opinion that Dutch group portraiture was superior because it did involve the spectator and figures reach out more. Of course, some Italian compositions do that too.
Yes.
But that was his theory, and I found that later on after I was doing this, and I figured, well, maybe I'm onto something.
Right.